Well, I hope you can receive this, because in 2020, we're about to turn Hoover upside down. I want to announce that in 2020, we are bringing Rock City to the city of Hoover, and we are bringing the gospel with us. We're bringing the favor of God with us. I want to decree and declare that something special is about to manifest, and people are going to come running asking, what must I do to be saved? In 2020, we are bringing Rock City to the city of Hoover. Bringing Rock City to the city of Hoover. 2020, Rock City, Hoover. When God gives you a plan, He oftentimes doesn't tell you what you will have to fight through to see that plan manifest. I had no idea this would happen next.
COVID-19.
There is growing concern at this hour over a possible outbreak.
New York City's mayor calling the city the epicenter of the spread in the U.S.
for coronavirus.
You may be infected with coronavirus. A potential outbreak
Of America shutting down.
You couldn't have told me that all of that would happen. You couldn't have told me that I would be preaching to an empty sanctuary and wouldn't see my church for 2 years. You couldn't have told me that the songs that we sung, the rest of the world would begin to sing. You couldn't have told me that after I clearly went in Seek Week and I locked in my church, literally locked in my church for 7 days, 24 hours a day. And I heard the Lord say, get ready, because something was coming. I heard the Lord say, Michael, I am calling you to a side of town that you don't see African American churches. That's not the norm. And I stand and I say it boldly before the church. I stand before the church and I say, hey, here's what I heard God say. And then the world shuts down. So the question then becomes, God, was that the plan? And somebody listening to me right now, you've been faithful and you've been sticking to the plan God said. And God told you to stay with him when all your circle is saying leave him. God told you don't quit the job when everybody is saying you can do better. God told you to stand still, or he told you to move. He told you to dream. He told you to open a business. But what he told me does not look like my reality. Somebody ought to type, Pastor, you preaching to me. Somebody in the room ought to just shout, you preaching to me, PMJ, because I'm frustrated, because I'm sticking to the plan, but I'm not seeing the results that I thought I would see. I know the Bible says be faithful over a few things and that he will make me ruler over many, but it doesn't look like it. What do I do? Pastor Mike, when do I deviate from the plan? And I'm here to tell you, stick to the plan. I know it may be frustrating, but you got to stick to the plan. And I'm here to tell you, there may be some ups, there may be some downs, but I have the courage to remain committed. And in the midst of that deviation, we've seen thousands of people saved. In the midst of those deviations, we've seen people from across the world. And if you're watching online right now, put your city in the comment if the deviation from the plan was a blessing for you. Because truth of the matter is, had the pandemic never happened, you never would have found Rock City. I need somebody to shout, I'm better after the deviation. I'm better after the unexpected detours. I'm better after the things that I didn't see coming. We stuck to the plan. And in every phase of our ministry, we've had to struggle. For those of you who have just been here the last 2 or 3 years, we've always had to believe God. We've always had to fight, scratch, and claw for everything we have. But because we've been faithful, because you guys watched for 2 years online and stayed faithful, because everybody's sitting in overflow, you've came to this campus and you sat in overflow and stood in lines and didn't have parking spots because you've been faithful. God said, Mike, I may have took a detour, but I'm still faithful. Rock City, I'm pleased to announce God's been faithful. We got a new church. God has blessed us because we stuck to the plan, because we had the courage to commit. To everybody sitting in overflow, the overflow days are coming to an end. To everybody across the country who's been wanting to fly in, but you've been frustrated because you may not have a seat, we got more than enough. ample children's church space, parking lots all over the place. Hear me when I say this. God's been faithful because we stuck to the plan. Rock City, did you hear me? We got a new church! We got a new church! Hey, this is proof. If you stay committed, God will bless you good measure. Pressed down, shaken together. Run over. Rock City, are you ready? No, I need to hear you. Rock City, are you ready? Get ready, because we will be able to testify again that He did the impossible. In the words of Coach Prime, Hoover, we coming.